Hello, my name is Yasmin Ramos, and the topic that I will be focusing on today is African American women's rights. The person that I will be talking about throughout this video is Sojourner Truth. She was an African American abolitionist and a women's rights activist, and she was known for her speeches, and the one speech that she was very known for was her "Ain't I a Woman" speech. Truth was born into slavery and escaped slavery herself with her newborn daughter. I will also be talking about the impact the Sojourner Truth had on women's rights during slavery. The reason why I chose to focus on Sojourner Truth and women's rights was because she had a huge impact on women's rights. Women are still looked down because they are females, and this has been a problem for hundreds of years now. Truth was a strong woman and one of the few freed slaves that were able to make a living as an abolitionist. I also chose this topic because personally I believe that women should have equal rights in a workplace, in education, in any place that any woman steps their foot in, because we are all equal and we are as strong and capable of doing everything and anything that a man can do. The color of our skin should not determine what anyone is capable of doing. Another reason why I chose this topic was because Truth was able to unite many African American women and stand up for equal rights that they deserve. This topic relates to African American history because it involves slavery and women's rights. Truth also had a huge impact on the freedom of slaves. The first major point that stood out to me for my research was that African American women established black churches. This helped African American women come united and stay together and stand up for equal rights. Not only did it help African American women to stand up for their rights, but also it helped their African American community. Black churches also helped African American women embrace their culture and become stronger women. The fact that African American women were able of coming together and creating these churches to help their community unite together shows how powerful women are. This leads to the second major point, which was that African American women were treated like animals and objects. The reason why they were treated like animals and objects was because they were sold to white rich men, and they were also living in very poor situations, such as sleeping on the floor, having very limited supplies, and barely enough food to survive. Individuals continued to take advantage of slaves because they knew their situation and their education level. The third major point that I found in my research was that black women built their own education institutions, which is very amazing because although they were discriminated in different institutions where colored people were discriminated, they continued to fight for their education and found resources for themselves. African American women also learned how to read and write with the help of their community and institutions that were built by their own hard work and fighting for equal rights. The fourth major point from my research was that Truth was born into slavery, and she was also capable of escaping slavery and becoming a women's rights activist. She also made a living from being an African American abolitionist. If Truth was capable of accomplishing all her goals that she set herself to many years ago, this shows that us women now are capable of doing so much more. The last major point from my research is Truth's "Ain't I a Woman" speech, because she was known for this speech. This speech impacted many lives and the rights of women. This research opened my eyes and impacted me in so many ways, because not only is it shocking to find out and read that women were treated horribly and sold like animals and treated as objects and lived in very poor living situations because of the color of our skin. The skin of our color does not determine how capable we are of doing stuff, because women are stronger than we appear. We are more than just an object. We are more than just a person that cooks and cleans. We can do everything, and we are capable of doing anything and everything that we set our mind to. This research also impacted me by realizing that we have to set high standards for us, and if we don't believe in ourselves, no one else will.